Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And it's a beautiful Thursday morning, Paul. Good morning.
It is. Good morning. How are you doing
I'm
this
great.
morning?
I forgot to mention, it is Friday Junior.
It is Friday Junior. I thought you have gotten the memo by now.
Yeah, I'm sorry I forgot. I think it's because every time, at least I make an attempt every week to say it as the introduction. I say Friday Junior, and it's like a stumble. So
I know anytime we say it, sometimes our viewers, they don't hear correctly,
Yes.
and they have to go and check their calendars to make sure it's
Yes,
not
yes,
Friday.
I saw that last week.
And so it's Thursday, but it's Friday Junior.
Yes.
And for us here in Belize City, the cool weather that we've been experiencing for the past 2 days have kind of died down a bit. And we're kind of feeling that warmer temperature
Coming
now. Coming back in. But you know what? I truly appreciated it while it lasted.
While it lasted, the 2 days.
We still have some cooler temperatures lingering right now. But I suspect that based on what I've been hearing, that it will kind of warm up as the day progresses into later on. But all is well that ends well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they did mention yesterday in the weather report that we should make much of the last few hours of the cold front because it's going to get warmer. But for the most part, it doesn't feel like it did last week. So a blessing is a blessing, yeah? Either way, we do know that we're in the tropics, so it comes with it.
I just feel for all those persons on social media, those ones that are proclaiming to be single and sad because of all the cold weather, and them them basically being alone or sleeping alone in the cold weather.
Yeah, well, that was only 2 days. They'll get over it.
They'll get over
it's
it.
Hot again.
But I feel for them, and I like to say, you know what? Your turn will come.
Yeah,
Just
Paul
take your
says that
time.
with his wedding hand. Your turn will come. Your turn will come.
Yeah. So
Paul's like, I can't relate. But I love it. But yeah, on social media, that has definitely been one of the conversation. But Paul, there has also been another buzzing topic, and it has to do with music here in Belize. We have a Belizean artist, Stig the artist, who is no stranger to Channel 5, no stranger to music here in Belize as well. And he recently showcased or debuted a song that has got social media chatting, to say the least.
It has social media buzzing. And the conversation that we're going to have this morning surrounds the question of whether violent music or music that promotes, quote unquote, promotes violence leads to violence within communities. And this is not a new discussion in Belize. In fact, many would remember that when Mr. Program was murdered in Belize City, that many artists, Belizean artists, local artists, took a vow and committed to no longer pushing music that promotes violence, that promotes guns. And there was also there was a time when there was this trend where music artists shooting videos in Belize were brandishing weapons as well. And police sought to crack down on that. And you had some artists come out and say, no, that's not the way to go. We're not going to go down that direction. And so it's not a new conversation, and it's definitely not solely surrounding Stig the artist new video and song entitled Don't Diss We. And I know I know it's kind of now this is somewhat of a marketing or promotion for his song. You don't know if this type of discussion is counterproductive in that many people would now be more curious to see, all right, let me go and see what this song is saying. But the discussion is happening on social media because there are those who believe that this song in particular promotes violence, and that violence that the song promotes can spill into the community and can possibly lead individuals within their communities to carry out acts of violence. I don't know what your thought is in terms of if you see violent music being a factor in the violence that happens within communities across Belize City, areas across Belize City and communities across Belize. We know that we have an issue with violence.
Yeah.
I know that there are also those on the other end that are saying there's nothing wrong with the song.
Yeah.
That this song in particular is a good piece of work from Stig the artist, and that it's not the music that causes individuals to carry out acts of violence, but that individuals on their own fruition go out on their own accord, goes out and kind of perpetuate these acts of violence. So that's the discussion. How does, if any at all, these types of music that promotes these violent acts, like Don't Diss We, how does it influence or impact the community?
You know, Paul, this has, first thing I want to say is this. In Stig's case, I don't think there's a lose at all because negative publicity is still publicity. Yeah. So either way, he still gets his streams. People are having this conversation on social media, and to be able to give their commentary, they have to listen to the song. They have to watch the music video. So that's the first thing that I will say. The second part that I definitely want to say is, I don't quite know if I'd say that music influences or violent music influences violence in communities, simply because there are so many different genres of music. And in Stig's case, I guess we're looking at what he's saying, the words that he's saying in his lyrics. And what's important to mention is that there are so many other artists, mainstream artists, that speak the same way that he does, or has the same type of lyrics that he does, and we play them in our cars, we play them in our homes. They're played in nightclubs and whatever. Concerts. So I don't think that it's fair to say that these music influence violent communities, simply because we have the Commissioner of Police several times here on set, Paul. And that's never a part of the conversation. It's always about the family dynamic that these kids or these communities have, poverty that they also have. So while I will say that music does influence the mind, I'm not sure that if Stig say, if you diss me, I will kill you, that, or if you diss me, I will hurt you, that I would really follow it, or maybe he means it. I think it could be for shock value as well. So I'm not sure. But either way, as I mentioned, the conversation that has been having on social media has ultimately created more of views for Stig. We do know that he is a well-known artist here in Belize. And believe it or not, these are types of music that is created not only here in Belize, but all over the world. In Jamaica, for instance, a lot of the dance hall artists and other rap artists as well in other parts of the world produce this type of music, and it's well received. And
the thing is that the song or video in itself doesn't necessarily show anything that's violent or
it's just what they're
vulgar.
Saying.
It's just what they're saying, right? And so that's one thing to note. Now, the other question, well then, is it just an expression of art?
Yeah.
Right? Is it just an expression of art? When you look at, you go back and you look at other artists. But well, first of all, let me just say that I know in Jamaica, they've banned these types of violent music from being played on the airwaves. airwaves for of course, justifiable reasons. But going back to whether or not this is an expression of art, we know that Stig, the artist, he has a wide catalog of music, and it stems from various genres. You would see him do R&B. He even you see him do some punta mixes. Him doing some dance hall as well. He seems to collaborate over various genres of music, and this one can be argued as just another one of his expressions of art. But there are those out there who takes these types of imagery and verbal pronunciations seriously, and would want to perhaps test what he's saying in his songs. And perhaps that is where I make a caution, because we've seen where certain artists, even in the past, have perpetuated these types of violent language in their craft, in their music, and it hasn't ended well for those, for much of those individuals. You're talking, for example, let's look at Biggie. Let's look at Tupac, for example. These types of artists who, they were loved, and not all of their music were violent music. And in fact, a lot of times they expressed their experiences. They expressed what they were going through in their communities. They were voices for their communities, and basically their music was a reflection of the experiences that they were having in their communities. And you can't fight that. So there's the artistic expression in that sense. But when it comes to now, what it may lead to in terms of causing beef, in terms of causing fights and rifts within the music industry, that can prove sometimes, God forbid, fatal for the artists themselves. And so I think a lot of consideration needs to be given when an artist decides that this is the direction he or she is heading, or this is the type of music he or she is going to put out or going to release. Who will this at the end of the day ultimately benefit? What's the end goal here? Is this a part of my artistic expression? How will
is this a part of the brand?
Is this a part of the brand? How will it impact my community? And we're talking about Stig here, but this is just the focal point of a much larger conversation that I think artists across the country, and I'm sure across the region, needs to consider.
I love that you brought in Tupac and Biggie Smalls and whatnot, because our very own leader of the opposition, Shine Barrow, in his musical years, he also produced music that also had some tones of violence in it as well. And that's why I say, Paul, that I guess that there's a market for that as well. There are persons that listen to that type of music and they're not influenced by it. But in Stig's case, I think the reason, or one of the reasons why he received a heavy backlash, is because he has young and older fans here in Belize.
Mostly young.
And mostly young people. And they're basically telling him, hey, Stig, you're a role model as much as you maybe don't want to be seen as one. Because a lot of these artists would say, I didn't ask to be a role model, I'm living my own life. But it can't be denied that Stig is a role model, and he has a lot of younger people that look up to him. And ultimately, these younger people can be influenced by what he does, by what he sings. So I love what you mentioned, Paul. Just perhaps the message is to just have caution for all of these artists when they produce music. Be careful of what you're saying. Be careful of the message that you're sending, because your followers, your fans, persons that are influenced by what you do and what you say, they're always listening.
If only we could have given our viewers an opportunity to hear some of the lyrics, which unfortunately we can't, because it's not, I wouldn't say worthy, it's not appropriate.
It's not
That's the
TV
word.
appropriate.
Yeah, it's not TV appropriate to repeat those But I do encourage individuals to go and check out some of his more positive songs.
And he creates positive music.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Love You Forever, Closer. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many positive songs that Stig the artist has out there right now that really speaks to that direction. And not only that, but it's the fact that many viewers and listeners appreciate those music and those songs, those positive songs, shows that there's also a market out there for that. And so it's a conversation that will continue, Sab. And we just thought that we'd bring it up here on this set this morning because we know that a lot of individuals, since the song was released on Friday or Monday of this week, Friday in fact, the song was released on Friday and the video was released earlier this week. We know that a lot of social media users are really talking and buzzing about this song. But just quickly to switch over to another topic, because you made mention of the leader of the opposition, he apologized. Sort of. To the House. I'm the Speaker of the House, and he is calling for a reset. Now this apology, we could talk about where it stems from all day, but just briefly to say that he wrote a letter to the Speaker of the House back in August when his motion of no confidence was shot down. The Speaker of the House, before the House meeting, I would imagine like a day before the House meeting, wrote him saying this is the position on the no confidence motion, which was rejected. And then he responded, and in his letter, he referred to the Speaker of the House as a waste of time speaker, quote unquote, right? And other things were said in that letter that was tantamount to an offense. And a committee was established and met to discuss the matter and to decide whether or not the leader of the opposition should apologize. And at the last House meeting, we heard the committee's decision, and the committee's decision was, yes, we believe the leader of the opposition should apologize. A motion was put, and the motion was upheld. And so the leader of the opposition was given until the end of this month, which is 2 weeks from now, to issue a formal apology. And so earlier this week, we saw what he penned.
Yeah.
Right? And what came out of his office.
And what's interesting is that if you're looking there at the screen, there is only one time that he used the word apologies in it.
Yeah.
And it's
apologies.
to offer my apologies, a reset to offer my apologies for the offense you took, Paul.
I'm sorry that you... what do you say? How would you phrase that?
How would you summarize that? Or say that in a Creole,
right, I sorry that you feel a type of way about what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sorry
that you get vexed.
Yeah, I sorry that you get vexed. And in his interview yesterday with Isani Cayetano, when he was asked whether or not this is a genuine apology, he said that he told us that the important things to focus on in this letter is what comes after. Yeah. It's all that comes after. And it's what comes after is that the leader of the opposition is, in his words, genuinely seeking a reset with the Speaker of the House, Valerie Woods. He's asking the Speaker, hey, let's squash this thing. You know, I'm apologizing that you feel a certain type of way. I believe that my concerns are valid, and I hope you take them into consideration moving forward. Now let's squash this thing and let's move forward with the business of the people. And so that's what he's saying matters most. It's important that he wants a reset. We haven't heard anything official from the House or from the Speaker in terms, from National Assembly Speaker in terms of a response to that letter. Funnily enough, or interestingly enough, I wouldn't term him any at all, but just let's say the representative for Collett, he then issued an apology to his party, asking just, and this what I saw was me saying, I'm sorry, which seems more in tune with a direct apology, just in my opinion. I'm sorry for the damage I caused to the party through my letter, that it wasn't his intent. And the letter he's speaking about, of course, is the letter that he wrote to the committee.
Distancing himself.
Distancing himself from those comments that were made by the leader of the opposition in that email to the Speaker of the House, Valerie Woods. And yesterday we heard Barrow saying, well, the representative Faber apologized. That's good. And now let's move on with the business of the people. And we have work to do. So it seems as if that apology has been accepted by the party, and they're seeking to continue with this apparent united front. And so that's the apology. It says, in view of the party leader's concession, which is his apology to the Speaker of the House, I sincerely apologize for any harm that my letter and statement in the House may have caused to the party. And that's his apology. And from all indications, the party has accepted Patrick Faber's apology, and it seems as if they're moving forward in unity until something else happens.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what.
Then we talk about it again.
Then we talk about it again.
But yeah, we're just gonna continue from there. That's those are just some of the conversations that are currently buzzing on social media. Of course, we continue to pick up these conversations, talk about it, give our views, and share it with the viewers as well.
Yeah.
We're going to move into our weather report and forecast. And as we mentioned, it's getting a bit warmer here in Belize, but we're hoping that it at least stays this way and doesn't get too much warmer. But of course, we have the National Meteorological Service here with us, or online with us, to give a further update on what we can expect. Alrighty, Paul. So I know that you said you took out your Christmas tree. Is it now?
Yeah.
Feel like
it's
Christmas
only
again?
it's only because of the weather that I did so.
Okay. Alrighty, we have with us forecaster Crystal Rosales online. Good morning, forecaster.
Hi, good morning.
What can we expect as it relates to the general situation this morning?
A moderate to fresh northerly airflow prevails.
Alrighty, and the 24-hour forecast, what is that looking like?
Okay, variably cloudy skies today and then clear to partly cloudy tonight. Little or no rainfall is expected over the mainland, with isolated showers or light rain occurring just offshore the south coast.
And I know we've been talking about the temperatures getting warmer again, so what kind of temperatures are we looking at today?
Okay, the highs for today will be 86 along the coast, 90 inland, and 76 in the hills. And then for tonight, 76 along the coast, 68 inland, and 60 in the hills.
Alrighty, and do you have a marine condition update for us?
Okay, the winds will be from the north to northwest at 10 to 20 knots, and sea conditions will be moderate.
Alrighty, thank you so much, forecaster Rosales. We appreciate the information as always.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay.
Alrighty. 90 degrees. That's the highest. Not too bad.
That's not too bad.
We've had worse.
We've had hundreds, peaking over the hundreds.
Yeah, we've had worse. We've had worse. We're going to move into our eye opener this morning for some positive information to ingest. And of course, our eye opener is taken from dailyom.com, and it goes like this. People will always have an idea about how you should live your life. But your idea is the only one that matters. As children, our parents had dreams for us. They wanted us to dwell in school, to do well in school, and to do whatever was necessary to reach our highest potential. People close to us may have ideas about how we should live our lives, ideas that usually come from love and the desire for us to be happy. Other times, they come from a place of need within them. Whatever the case, we can appreciate and consider those people's input, but ultimately, we must follow our own inner guidance. There may come a time when all the suggestions can become overbearing. We may feel that the people we love don't approve of our judgment, which can hurt our feelings. It can interfere with the choices we make for our lives by making us doubt ourselves, or filling a void with their wishes before we've had a chance to decide what we want. We can tell our loved ones how much we appreciate their thoughts and ideas, but that we need to live our own lives and make our own decisions. We can explain that they need to let us learn from our own experiences rather than rob us of wonderful life lessons and the opportunity to fine-tune our own judgment. When they see us, when they see that we are happy with our lives and the path we are taking to reach our goals, they can rest assured that all we need them to do is to share in our joy. I love this eye opener.
This one is good. It speaks to receiving advice and guidance, but also being able to listen and take heed to the inner guidance, guidance from one's self, in a sense. I think what's important here that the eye opener doesn't mention is that in order to take direction or guidance from ourselves or from within, we must ensure that within is stable. We must ensure that within has a level of fullness and not turmoil, because it's hard when a lot of our inner thoughts, a lot of our inner being, our inner self is in so much turmoil. How do you get direction from that? So we must first, yes, if we want to listen to that inner voice or inner guidance, we must ensure that we have some sort of stillness, some sort of calmness, some sort of balance and stability inwards to be able to make the right moves and make the right decisions from within. I think that's important.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give you an example of the family dynamic that I have, which I'm so grateful for. When my mom passed away, I was already very close with my aunt, and I'm still very close with my aunt, but she has served as my mother since, and I go to her for advice in almost every single situation, Paul, the small stuff, the big stuff. But what I particularly love about my aunt, both of my aunts actually, is that they give their advice, but they allow you to ultimately make the decision that you feel is best for you, and they respect that. And I think that that is such a privilege, Paul, because a lot of times people offer their advice or they suggest things for you to do, and if you don't make that decision, they judge you or they ridicule you. So I can't share enough how that feels so good to know that you have that soft place to land when you're looking for someone to speak to, or when you're looking for some guidance. But ultimately, you know that those people, those core people that you go to, will allow you to make a decision that feels right for you. So it's a really beautiful eye-opener, and it made me think of my aunt this morning. So I want to say good morning, Auntie Mari. But yeah, we're going to move into our show lineup this morning, and we have 3 great conversations. Paul, starting things off, we'll be joined by the director of IYF Memphis, who will be telling us about the K-Fest experience, Korean culture in Belize.
And then in our second conversation, we'll be talking about the William Dawson Sprite Digi Basketball Finals. That's coming up this weekend. It's quite a spectacular tournament, an initiative, and so you don't want to miss that conversation.
Yeah, and in our last segment, it's a little teaser for our Friday small business features. So in our last segment, we'll be joined by a small business called All That Glitter. I love glitter, so I'm excited. But we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, it's all about the K-Fest experience of the Korean culture in Belize. Don't go away.
Just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank contactless MasterCard debit card. Introducing our standard debit and MasterCard Platinum debit cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
X-ray unit can be thought about as a branch of the accident and emergency department. So we see a lot of the accident cases that come through to check bones and other soft tissues. We also do a lot of chronic checks as related to chest X-rays and any other defects that might be able to be seen on an X-ray. Here is the closest X-ray service in the area. The next closest one would be the 2 hospitals in PG and one in Stan Creek.
Our regular workday for us would be tending to our what we call as outpatients, patients we see daily that are referred to doctors. We collect their samples, and then afterwards we do the processing. We do basic processing here, chemistries, urinalysis, hematology, stool samples as well. So, and we also cater for emergency samples as well.
We basically analyze blood samples. We know on a daily basis that doctors read blood samples and use it to analyze how the patient is doing on a day-to-day basis.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Who's my last little bit of paint?
Paint? How can that be a problem? We got you.
You have the exact color?
Definitely.
Attention DIY enthusiasts and professional builders. It's Builders Hardware's Mega Sale, starting October 16th and running through to December 30th. During our Mega Sale, you can enjoy up to 30% off items in our store. Looking to freshen up your home? Then enjoy 20% off on all paints, wood stains, and accessories. But that's not all. You get a whopping 25% discount on all other items in our store and a massive 30% off selected items. At Builders Hardware, we believe our customers are awesome. And that's why we're committed to providing top-notch service and the highest quality products. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a DIY beginner, we are waiting for you. Builders Hardware Mega Sale from October 16th until the end of the year.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Wonderful.
That was great.
It was. Welcome to our first segment for this morning, and what a lovely introduction
Yes,
to
it was.
this segment.
I wish we could get an introduction like that for every segment.
Right? Right? Even if it's our producer and
Yes,
the cameraman
exactly.
dancing to start the segment, that would be wonderful. But we are joined by representatives from the International Youth Fellowship. You put federation in my mind earlier. Fellowship. And we have on set with us Mr. Jermaine Garvey, who is the director of IYF Belize. We have Mr. Philemon Yu, who is the director of IYF Memphis, USA, as well as Emily and Luke. Catch your breaths.
Yeah, you just saw them on stage.
They're volunteers with IYF from South Korea. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, guys, and welcome.
Wonderful. So let's start for our viewers who may not be familiar with IYF Belize, what it is you guys do, where are your roots, where you're coming from, and how your work in Belize started, how it's been going. let's start there.
Sure. IYF is a global nonprofit youth organization. We're Christian-based. Our purpose is to develop world-class youth with a type of mind that will change the world. Normally we say starting and changing one youth at a time. IYF was started in Belize 2 years ago. And since that time, we've been working together with the youth across Belize. We've been working together with the Ministry of Youth through the Department of Youth Service and also other youth organizations. This year, we are bringing, for the second time, what we call the Korean Fest, by short, K-Fest. And it's a Korean camp that we expose the youth in Belize to the Korean culture.
Yeah. Now, so you held the event last year. I remember you guys coming on set to promote it. What was the event, what was the experience like last year?
It was awesome. I did not know so many students in Belize, they like the Korean culture.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yes.
For instance, I was able to identify at least one song, and then you said that it was BTS. So yes, there are a lot of people that really love K-pop here in Belize. They have their own fan base, but just the Korean culture as well. So I'd love to talk more about that. But I want to get your input, Philemon, because you are the director of IMF Memphis, USA. So let's talk about the work that you also do in the US and how you were able to come here in Belize and also contribute.
Oh, yes, so first, thanks for having me on the show. And so we, in Memphis, actually, right now, Memphis is ranked the third most violent city in the United States. So number 1 is Detroit, number 2 is Baltimore, number 3 is Memphis. And so what we've been working on, especially in Memphis, in terms of youth prevention, like youth crime, delinquency prevention, is we call it mind education. It's a social, emotional, like curriculum, character development curriculum, and also kind of like healthy mindset curriculum that talks about the insides of a person's heart through 5 different categories, which is number 1, about the world of the heart, number 2, about self-control and desire, number 3 is about deep thinking, and number 4 is about connection and exchange, and number 5 is about the ability for someone to change their heart and the power of change in the heart. And so the hope is, in Memphis especially, that we work with young people. They have so much potential. And so one person told me that and we're looking just for that one person, because that one person could be the next Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That one person could be the next Nelson Mandela, right? So if we're able to kind of copy and paste the mindset and the heart and the vision that these great visionaries had into one young person, they can make a change in their community. They can make a change in their neighborhood. And so, for someone to be heading down the wrong path, there's a paper-thin difference between someone heading down the right path. But we believe that paper-thin difference lies in the mindset. And so if we're able just to encourage and to have students share and be able to communicate and be able to really experience other cultures, experience new insights, then they realize that they're not alone, and then they can overcome the difficulties that they have together, and then we can build a better society in wherever it is together.
I was going to ask, and you kind of mentioned it, I was going to ask, how is it that Korean culture fuses with your mission to promote this type of change and Christian values?
So that's a really good question. A lot of people like Korean culture, and and also they like K-pop, of course, but they also like K-dramas. So if you look on Netflix, right, there's a lot of K-dramas. And when I asked folks around, like non-Korean folks, they said they liked it because it talks about the heart. It's not just if for a better way of saying it, it's like there's someone on the outside, but their heart might be different. So, for example, someone might have a rough exterior, or they might be kind of rude, but inside they have a lot of love.
Yeah.
And then when they express that love in ways that normal people cannot express, that really, when we feel that, when we see that, that gives me hope in my heart. And K-dramas has been about the heart. It's very, it's very in depth. Things are not superficial. It's not
on surface.
It's not on surface, right? The person that might seem like the bad guy actually might be the person sacrificing the most to help the good guy, right? And then when people see that and they realize that, wow, the people I judged and that I wrote off in my life, what if they were the ones that were trying to help me the most? Maybe they were the ones trying to love me the most. You know, especially students and their parents, right? Especially in this age of digital technology, you know, you come home and you have your cell phone, you go in the room and just watch Netflix, right?
Yeah.
But if they're able to realize the heart of their parents, that is what truly brings change to the young person. Right? How much my parents sacrificed for me, how much they work hard for me. Their parents don't say it, but it's in their heart. But if the students can discover that heart, then the whole family can be united, and not just a superficial uniting, but heart to heart. And so that's what the K-drama's been about.
Let's bring Emily and Luke into the conversation. You guys are volunteers and you came all the way from South Korea. First off, I want to know, is this your first time here in Belize? If yes, what is the experience like so far?
It's for all of us, it's first time to be in Belize, and like we've been to Jamaica but never in Belize, and it's really different, and like I could see everything is so peaceful and everything is so pretty, and like people are so pure, like they are all of them are really open to us. So when we approach to somebody for K-Fest or other events that we were having, they were really happy to talk with us, and they were like really happy to like interact with us. So it made us to be happy also. So it was really good.
And Luke?
Yeah, me too. First time here. When I promote some like event in US, they are also kind, but in the when I promote the event in Belize, people was not kind. They just happy to talking with me. They like to talking with me. I felt the Belize people is more is better than other.
How challenging is it for you guys to connect with young people in these different communities to spread the message that you're seeking to spread? I mean, these guys take you to some very challenging and rough communities. You're talking Belize, Jamaica, Memphis, and they just throw you out there. But how challenging is it to connect with youths and young people that are in your age group?
Being honest, at first it was really hard and really burdened because I'm not the one who really talks to somebody like right away. But as I was receiving kind of, I would say like training, but as how I was learning like through IYF, I could actually challenge myself, and I could like try to overcome my burdens, and like I could step forward as how they were like guiding us. And even there are many times that we become like discouraged and like being depressed sometimes, but they always try to like care about our heart and encourage us and lead our heart in the right way. So that was how we could like overcome those things and actually try to talk with people, and that was how we could actually get to happiness, I think.
Luke, why did you decide to join IYF?
Actually, honestly, here when I come here, I don't want to come this volunteer program this year. I in Korea and may have to go military, so I want to go military first. But my parents, my friends, my people who is around me, they recommend to me go this year because they said your age is best to learn. So actually, I don't want to come this year, but I followed their words, so I came here.
I mean, you've come from far.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a far journey. How many days did it take for you guys to arrive in Belize? How much travel? A lot?
Yeah, a
lot of hours. A lot of hours. And why, traveling so far, why do you think it's important for us here in Belize and across the world to hear this message that you guys are bringing through your various activities and programs? Why is it important for us to hear this message?
Because like I saw many youth are changing through IYF, and me myself also, I wasn't the one who is like bright or like how should I say, extrovert, but I was really negative girl, and like my life before I met IYF was like really in depressed. But as I met IYF and as I was like working with many people, I could really learn many different kind of things. As he said, like being honest, I was really isolated by myself, apart from my parents, even though they really loved me, but I didn't know their hurt. But like through IYF, I could actually know my parents' hurt, and I could actually become like connected with my parents. So my life literally like flipped over. It changed a lot.
Yeah. And I know you guys have a relationship right now with Minister Ferguson, and as well as the government of Belize. Let's talk a bit about the importance of that relationship and collaboration with public officials and community leaders in your efforts.
Yeah. We've seen youth development across many countries. And of course, everybody will agree that the problem of youth is very prevalent. And they are our future, so focus has to go onto them. But I think one of the things that distinguishes the IYF, the programming that we do is not just on the outside, going through some rudiment or routine and making them better academically or something. The program that they're doing is changing them from the inside. That will produce the outside lasting effects. That is what, as Philemon mentioned earlier, is the mindset. Because we've discovered that that is what is actually driving their every actions. So as we collaborate with the government, in any country that we go to, whatever the government is there, we want to share this program because we believe that if we can start to show to the persons what is on the inside that is driving them, because it's invisible, they cannot see it. But just like how we cannot see gravity, but we learn about gravity and it exists and how it affects us. Similarly, if we can learn about this world of the heart and how it's affecting us, then we believe that through the efforts from the government as well, we can see from that side like a pyramid coming down, the effects and the changes among our young people. Also in the community, the pastors, the community leaders, other youth organizations, working together with them and sharing this mindset education program.
So you said that you have been collaborating with the Department of Youth Services through the IYF. Let's talk about some of the projects or some of the initiatives that have taken place so far.
Right. Since Minister Ferguson went to South Korea last year for our annual World Camp, when he came back and he realized the effects of the mind education, he spoke with his department to work together with us. From that time, we've had a number of training first for the staff, for them to understand what is the mindset education. Actually, right now, we're in collaboration trying to arrange for the in-depth training of a couple of their staff members so they can learn the program by themselves. And then, I guess, among the districts, they can have their district officers doing the programs there. So staff training is what we've done so far. Also, we've the program on Mount Pine Ridge that was recently initiated, we're also scheduled to be a part of that program for them, but it came to an abrupt end. And also, whenever our volunteers, they come here as well, utilizing their experiences and testimonies, because they're living testimonies in front of you, as you heard Emily said, what she was before, but having gone through the program, the effects and the changes what you're seeing now. So we also utilize them to have the time together with the Belizean youth to share. I mean, I'm different color, my language is different, but we have the same heart. And this is how I was able to change.
I'd like to bring Philemon into the conversation again to further elaborate on a comment you made earlier about it being an issue of the heart. Because my co-host and I were having a similar conversation this morning about violence in Belize and perhaps where it begins. And we were speaking to external issues like poverty, deprivation, and the lack of some basic resources. But
family structure.
And that, in essence, is external. So how then do you go from that to saying it's an issue or it's a matter of the heart, you know?
Yes, and so that's a good question, especially when I'm in Memphis. And a lot of people ask me, like, what are you trying to do right now? You know, don't you see the poverty? Don't you see the broken households? And then I really thought about it. But when Memphis has actually a very torn history, and one of the saddest moments in Memphis is that is where Dr. King was assassinated. right? But then I thought about these figures. Why do we admire these figures in history, like Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. King? And if you really think about it, a lot of people say that they're a product of their environment. I cannot help but to live like this. Why? I don't have money, or I don't have education, so I'm just a victim of my environment. I'm a product of my environment. But the reason why we admire people like Nelson Mandela is because their vision was so sure and their heart so strong. They changed their environment, right? They changed their environment. So if we can have students that had a little bit different mindset, people that serve society, right? People that serve other people, right? And then when I heard when Minister Ferguson went to Korea, he really enjoyed seeing so many young students volunteering, right? And that culture of service and the culture of building up things together and working together, it seems small and it seems very abstract. It's not concrete, as you were saying before. It's not like, oh, we can solve poverty or anything like that. Yeah. But it has concrete consequences, right? And so, and a little bit of history of Korea, 1950s, after the Korean War, Korea was totally devastated, and even the country of Haiti would send foreign aid to Korea. Can you believe that? Right? Right. But around 50 years later, Korea is now probably top 15 in terms of GDP per capita. And so all that came about not because of natural resources or nothing concrete, but there's a couple individuals in Korean history that took abstract concepts and made them reality. That's where Samsung came from. That's where Hyundai came from, right? And so many people despise the abstract worlds, but the concrete world were all designed in the abstract world. So same with the heart. The heart is the blueprint. If we can just change the blueprint of the heart just a little bit, then the structure of a person will be different. And then those structures will build up a society that will be very beautiful.
Yeah. Wonderful. So what we have promoting, and I appreciate your explanation. First, let me say I appreciate your explanation, because what I'm getting is that like these figures that we celebrate, these men and women, there was something about their hearts, right, that led them to bring change, right, to their communities, despite the circumstances that they faced and that their communities face. And so that's key, and I appreciate that point. Now, we're here to talk about also the 2023 K-Fest in Belize. So this is the second one, correct? Let's hear what we can expect from 2023 K-Fest.
So I don't want to butt in, but
no, go ahead.
We're very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a Korean festival, so sharing the Korean culture. So we're going to have people coming. They're going to be teaching. They're the volunteers teaching the programs and hosting the program. And so it's 100% volunteer run, right? Just by these folks. And so we're going to be teaching K-pop, and we're going to be teaching K-dances, and we're going to be teaching how to read and write the Korean language, how to use the Korean language. We're going to teach them how to cook a Korean dish, and we're going to do face painting. We're going to have a lot of programs ready for them. And then at the end of it, we're going to get together, and of course we get to know each other, but also we're going to share a lecture about mindset, and then talk about how they're the future of Belize, and then they have the potential to bring a much bigger and better world to their own lives, and also to the lives of the people around them. So we're very excited, right?
Yeah, where and when is the event?
So it will be this Saturday, October 21, at St. John's College in the auditorium.
Oh, wonderful.
Last year, when we did it 2 times. The first time, over 200 students attended.
Wow.
And even after the event was finished, many people were texting, we were unable to come because of this reason. Can you guys do it again? They forced us to do it a second week.
Oh, wow.
And then we did it one more week, 100 more students attended. So over 300 students total last year attended this program, and they were really excited.
So you guys are anticipating it to be equally as crowded as it was last year, I imagine.
Yes. Is there anything in particular? I mean, you all are leading this event that you're looking forward to, both of you? Yeah, go ahead. No rush. Take your time.
For me, I really want to interact with many Belize students, because I really want to learn what they're thinking of and how they're living a life, and I even want to share how I'm living a life, because the culture is different and every like language and everything is different, but we can just be connected with through K-Fest, and like it's not easy for me to come to Belize many times. I wish I could, but it's not easy. So when I come here, I really want to like interact with many students so that we can share the happiness together and we can really enjoy together.
Yeah. For you, anything?
Me too. Now I'm in college, so I don't have many chance to travel other countries. So I want to make many friends in here. Also, I want to. I'm not good teacher, but I want to be a good teacher to them. I want to teach now. I will teach the dance to them.
Okay.
So I want to just enjoy with them. Yeah.
And Emily, what will you be teaching?
I will be a K-pop teacher.
You'll dance?
No, the song. I will teach you the
song.
song, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna sing.
We're
not a singer.
Who's going to cook? Who's going to teach to cook?
Some other volunteers.
Okay. Is there any particular dish that they're going to?
Yes.
What's the dish?
It's like a vegetable fry.
Okay,
but it's
like
a Korean
stir
style.
fry?
Not really stir fry. It's like a coating vegetable
Uh-huh.
fry, but it's like a 3-layer vegetable fry. It's really good.
Sounds
You gotta try it. You gotta
I
come
might
and try
just
it.
be there. Change my heart with cooking.
Right.
Give me food. Wonderful. Well, so the event is this Saturday. St. John's. Is it free?
It's only $15,
Okay.
and that's because we have some material that we have to cover.
Okay.
And it will be at from 10 a.m.
Yeah. All right. Good.
All right.
And they can register iyfbelize.org/Korean camp.
So you have to register to attend.
We would like them to, because that will help with the pre-registration process
Okay.
to cut down the amount of time before.
Okay.
But if they didn't register before, still hop on over.
All right.
All right. Wonderful.
Well, guys, this was a pleasure. I enjoyed every part of the conversation. I especially enjoyed the dancing, so we
Yeah.
can't wait to see what you guys do this Saturday as well. And all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
for having us.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's all about the William Dawson Basketball Finals. Don't go away.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Homeowners, immerse yourselves in elegance. Surround yourself with the beauty of one-of-a-kind, quality wood furniture. This is what America's elegant furniture and appliances has to offer. Trendy, affordable, and exceptional centerpieces, large mirrors, vanities, plush sofa sets, coffee tables, office furniture, exquisite mahogany bedroom sets, home decor, mattresses, and so much more. Shop our new reduced prices store-wide and get huge discounts daily. Our layaway and payment plans offer the lowest interest rates guaranteed. Our extensive catalog meets everyone's furniture needs, and if you can't find what you're looking for, then we'll custom make it for you. Shop at Mirka's and save. Mirka's, making your household dreams affordable.
almost lunchtime and Alice is getting hungry and forgot to bring cash. She remembers that eCash now has a geolocation feature in which she can easily view the eCash merchants near her, especially restaurants. Her co-workers also ask her to order food for them.
Chicken chow mein, please, and a Coke.
The merchant sends her the payment link. She taps confirm, and within a few minutes, her food is delivered. Alice then views her transaction history and taps on the transaction recently made. Then taps the split the bill button where she selects the unevenly option and moves the bar to the desired amount per person. The request is then sent to her friends. Her colleagues accept the request and are ready to enjoy their meals. Geolocation and splitting the bill via eCash make Alice's life a whole lot easier.
Do you own a car or motorcycle and need an extra income but don't have the time to commit to a second job? MidDriver is your solution, as you can work anytime and anywhere. Download the MidDriver driver app from Play Store or App Store, the black app, and fill out the application or WhatsApp pictures to 615-5678 or 615-2250. Provide MidDriver with pictures of your driver's license, social security or passport, insurance sticker, license sticker, title, profile picture of you, police record or the receipt, front of vehicle, rear of vehicle, left side exterior, right side exterior, picture of passenger seat interior, picture of rear seat interior, vaccination card, and email address. The list might look long, but you have all of these already. Just the police left for you to get. When your registration is complete and approved, all you have to do, turn up online. When a job comes in, swipe right. Tap Arriving. This allows the customer to track your GPS progress. Tap Navigate. Google Maps will open to give you directions. Press Arrive. Customer gets notified that you are outside. When customer enters car, swipe right to start ride. MidDriver app charges by time and distance. That guarantees you to earn an income. When you reach destination and end the ride, the app will tell you and the customer the total cost of the ride. MidDriver only takes 15%, so 85% of the income is all yours. Don't forget to get that police record receipt, and you can be on your way to making extra money with the help of MidDriver.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, Call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marion Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because news is now everywhere, all the time, and so are we.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
Welcome back. We made a quick change. We are jumping into our small business highlight of this morning, and it's all about All That Glitter. We are joined by Monali Aspinall, and she is the small business owner of All That Glitter, and she's here to show us her products this morning. Good morning, Monali.
Hi, good morning. Lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So my business, All That Glitters, it started out as having something that was kind of a accumulation of the things that I enjoyed. So I live in a village. I live in St. Matthews. So when I was younger, we would go to rivers and stuff like that, and we would travel around. And as a kid, I had the affinity of putting rocks and stuff in my pockets, you know, of going around, you know, because I was very sentimental. And so it became something where I really enjoyed having something that reminded me of maybe the things that I wanted to do at that time. You know, when you're a child, there's so much that you want to get done. And the world or people haven't encouraged you or pushed you to do something that is more, you know, socially acceptably leaning. So I started something where I saw something where it was like I didn't have the option or the opportunity or the things that I wanted to maybe wear around with me, because I do have a very short attention span sometimes. So having something in front of me helps me remind me of the things that I'm kind of aiming for or the goals that I'm creating. So I wanted to do something that not only was it pretty to look at, but it had a lot of intention and meaning behind the things that I was carrying around with me. And then since I liked rock so much, I was introduced to crystals and crystal jewelry, and I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yes.
Yes. So I started making jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and even having tiny little crystals themselves, that gave me the opportunity to kind of incorporate them how I wanted to. So here I have Yeah, so here I have jewelry that is a bit more minimalistic. So in case you wanted to wear it into the office with you, you wanted to wear it on your everyday wear, this is all stainless steel and crystal jewelry. So we have things like, just a few names, aventurine. So the green crystal, very popular, is one that helps, is said to help with money. So prosperity, opportunity, that kind of thing. Yes. So
give me one now.
so, but it's important. You know, some people will be like, "Oh, it's magic" and stuff like that. But also, it ties in, like I said, with intention. So yes, having something, you know, having something that you believe already has that backing of pushing forward a goal. So even if you have, I mean, it's kind of like maybe your degree, you know, you have your degree in journalism or something, you know, you've done the work, you've done the foundation and stuff. And so, you know, I've heard what is for you will come to you.
Yeah.
But of course, helping yourself along.
Yeah.
That nothing takes away from that. So aventurine helps with, you know, prosperity of rose quartz. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about. It's good for self-love and self-confidence. I've seen people say that it helps to attract love, which could be true. But, you know, having self-love for yourself, caring about yourself, caring about you and the things that you want to do on your goals, that confidence always broadcasts out to people who are attracted to that. And maybe you find kin in, you know, loving yourself along the way.
I love that. So it's not that these stones are magical.
Yeah.
It's the intention that you set when you keep them with you.
Yes.
For instance, we're looking at the rose quartz, which has unconditional love, emotional healing, and compassion. So if you keep that with you, say on a bracelet or in your pockets or in your wallet or your purse, whenever you see that gem, it reminds you to love yourself unconditionally, to remember to emotionally heal yourself and have compassion. That's interesting.
Yeah. So then we have some jewelry here that is more, maybe you're going on vacation. We are a very tropical country, so there are people who are interested in maybe incorporating your jewelry more richly. So here we have glass beads. So these are hand-blown glass beads. And then here we have this necklace here with pearls. I know pearl is a birthstone as well. This one was inspired by The Little Mermaid.
Oh, and it has a pearl
so
at the back.
there's opalite on the inside here. So opalite is, it's kind of for, they believe that it has kind of heavenly properties. So something, you know, maybe you're working towards something, but you need a kind of help from the above, you know. So this was inspired because I really appreciated the representation that The Little Mermaid gave. And so I wanted to have something for me as well as the people shopping with me to carry around with them, to remind them how important things like representation and diversity, also compassion, like I said before, that represents to take along with you.
I want to go back to the little minimalist ones because I didn't get a chance to look at them, but these are gorgeous. Look at this.
Thank you.
What is this
So
stone?
this is clear quartz. I got this on my first trip ever to Honduras.
Wow.
And I had the opportunity, they were having their Garifuna Settlement Day celebrations over there. Which was so enlightening because, you know, that's where it all started and then it came here. So we have clear quartz, that's kind of like the foundational one. So that one is kind of like a beginner stone. So if there is something that you want to start with, this one is kind of like, you can program it. Yeah, clear quartz, you can kind of set it to do what the others are doing. So if you don't have access to rose quartz, but you have some clear quartz, you can say, hey, clear quartz, you put it in the sun, you're like, here, you've put the same intention on it. I want to attract self-love. I want this confidence. I want to build compassion. Because remember, it's very much on your mind, you know? So we have rose quartz as well. We have opalite here. We have the aventurine that I was telling you about. And then we have some stainless steel gold jewelry as well. So with these, these are like medallions. I'm a big fan of the sun and the moon because I like to be reminded, creator, universe, God, whatever you believe in or want to label it as, there's a beginning and an end. You wake up in the morning with gratitude. You should be grateful for that. And when it goes down and the moon is in the sky, just reminding it that those things are working in balance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have anything that attracts healthy eating and exercise?
Healthy eating and exercise.
But seriously though, what I get here is that you're promoting jewelry with a meaning.
Yes.
So it's not just fashion. It's not just about style, but it's about empowerment.
Yes.
Self-empowerment, reminding yourself of these important steps that you need to take on a daily basis, these important mantras that you need to have to live a fulfilling and wholesome life. Where do you source your stones?
Oh, there might be one actually there for you.
Discernment?
Yes,
no.
Yeah, so there is one
Physical
for
awareness,
yes.
self-care.
So there's one like that. Amethyst also does that. So that is the purple crystal that does that. It helps with, there's one with wisdom. So this is kind of what they look like out the ground when you're just sourced. So I get my crystals, I've gotten them from Honduras. I had the opportunity to put my hand in the dirt myself and dig them.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
because a lot of clear quartz is naturally occurring. I've gotten some here. My parents, they feed my obsession sometimes, and they also enjoy traveling. So they've gone to they've driven places that cross with the quarries here. And I'm sure you've been walking down the street and see the white stone glittering. That's quartz, but these are just like larger formations.
In the same way you have a fascination among individuals who watch birds, they tend to look up a lot of times. Individuals who are fascinated with stones, I would imagine, tend to spend a lot of time focusing on their surroundings and what type of rocks am I stepping on, more than the individual who's just walking by. What has the interest been like from those you've sought to sell these products to?
So the interest has been great. So it's been a lot of people, just like you're asking, you're like, a lot of people will jokingly ask like, oh, you have anything to attract money, you have anything to attract love, you have anything to attract
They come with personal requests.
Yes, and a lot of the time there are things, that tells me that person already has a mindset and intention for some kind of progression, So it's just like if you say you want to create a hobby or you want to start something, oh, this is so interesting, let me start with it. And then, a week or 2 weeks you put it down, you took up knitting or crocheting or something, you put it to the side after 2 weeks, you don't take a look at it anymore. There was it was like a quick burn intention. But things like these, like you said, taking it in your pocket, every time I have keychains here that it's every time you open the door to your home or you close the door to your home, every time you step out, you're being reminded that there's something I'm following a goal.
This piece here is beautiful. I find beauty in how broken and how it's in its imperfection.
Yes.
I find beauty in its imperfection, and what I'm gathering is that this, at least to me, is no different than having a vision board on your wall in your room, for example, that every day you wake up, you're reminded of your vision, of your goals, of what you're trying to accomplish in life. But instead of having it there on the wall, now you have a representation, and each stone represents something different. So you have a representation that you take with you to remind you, hey, I'm really trying to hit this financial target by the end of the month or by the end of the year. I'm really seeking self-care and emotional balance, and then these stones remind you. Do you have products that combines the stones together to kind of have a fusion of something?
Yes, so something like this. I have these keychains here. So here I have it where there's a word on it. So here there's blessed. On this keychain, and then this is a piece of aventurine.
That's beautiful.
So if you have something, you have it on your keychain every single time. I'm sure you touch your keys
Yeah.
several times for the day.
Definitely.
Then it's reminding you that, you know, I have something in my corner.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they feel like they come to these things and in a search of, you know, I feel like nothing's on my side, or I want something that pushes me. So I'm studying psychology as well and human resource management. So it's kind of you're conditioning your brain to think about these things.
Yeah.
So you have a goal, get more money.
Definitely.
Every time you see this, I have something in my corner that's encouraging me or working for me to get more money.
Yeah.
You start conditioning yourself to every opportunity you seek out, every chance that you have, you're working towards getting more money, you're working towards that goal.
What is this?
So this is sliced agate. So it's kind of the way that these form is different from these forms. So it's kind of, as you can see the layers in
Yeah, you
there.
can
So
literally
it
see
starts
through it.
in the middle there, and then it builds on top of each other over and over and over.
This is a stone.
Yes, and so it's sliced
thin
in
it is.
half. Yeah, so it's sliced in tiny little pieces. Sometimes if it's a geode, there's going to be a space in there, but this is an agate.
So what is
So
this?
this one is, that one doesn't have a particular property to it, but like I said, if you're creating something that you just want to remind you of it, you bring it around. Or you can have it as a worry stone. So I have like these pieces. This is hematite, and these
It's
are
magnet?
magnetic.
Oh
so
my
if
gosh.
you're, you know, if you have your fidgety or something like
Yes,
that,
this is perfect
then
for
you
anxiety.
then you run it around in your hands.
Oh my gosh.
You know, if you want it, you can share it, so you can split it.
Yeah.
You have one, you have one.
And then when we
You
need to
know,
come
when you're
together,
together, or
Oh my
Let's get
goodness.
together.
when you're together,
Yeah.
you know, maybe you're traveling, there's something long distance or something. I have a piece to remind me of my partner or something like that, or
This is
my
amazing.
friend or something. But a lot of this is very like, that's the one that kids, especially when they come and they visit my booth, they are fascinated by it. They're like, magnets, say less, you know?
Yes.
So I have pieces like these that I carry around with me
Okay,
that are
that's the
Those are
same
also
thing.
magnetic.
yeah,
Yeah.
these are smaller. And then I have pieces like this. So this is a jar of obsidian. We just had our solar eclipse. And so the Mayans had, you know, they were a big fan of obsidian. You know, with obsidian, it says that it's for protection, for warding off dangers. And the Mayans knew, they were like, there's something going on here. So, you know, they had obsidian plates and carvings and stuff.
Oh,
So this
right.
is just that, you know, you carry it around with you. And then I have fun little shapes of like mushrooms for Halloween.
Oh, that's cute.
You know, that you can even hook onto an existing keychain, putting it on a medal or something.
So for persons that would be interested in purchasing from you, how can they reach out to you?
So they can reach out to me, All That Glitters, on Facebook, All That Glitters Please. Then we have Instagram, All That Glitters as well. My business number is 627-8424. And I do custom work as well. So should maybe you're looking, I have these in bead form.
Right.
So maybe you're looking to put something together.
That's what I was talking
yeah,
about.
maybe you don't see here. Maybe you're pulling an inspiration from the internet or something that you'd like. Then they can always reach out to me and we can totally discuss what colors you're looking for, your intentions behind it. Because making something personalized definitely lends to this specificity of, this is what I'm working towards, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And this specifically is made for me.
I really like what you're doing here, and I appreciate the purposefulness behind the business, that it's more than just selling jewelry, but it's, like I said, it's really seeking to have your customers experience something different and improve and empower their lives. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On such a wonderful business. And as you heard, you can contact All That Glitters at the phone number 627-8424. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram, as well as All That Glitters BZ.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Alrighty, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by a representative to talk to us about the William Dawson basketball finals.
Get ready, babe. We're going on a vacation.
Finally, where are we going?
Don't worry, babe. I have we covered.
Are you sure you know where we're going?
Yes, babe. Oh, right there, see? Babe, the price me too good to be true. Me look much more better in that picture.
When life throws you a curveball, Belize Bank has your back. With our online financing, you can turn any vacation mishap into a dream getaway.
Cheers to Belize Bank for making our dream vacation a reality.
Thanks to you, babes, to turn things around.
No thanks to you, cheapo.
Ouch.
Experience the future of financing with Belize Bank online, where you can secure funds for anything, from anywhere, at any time, all without stepping foot in a bank. Apply for a loan today and unlock a world of possibilities.
Every project has to start somewhere, and Brothers Habet's got you covered. We're the place for professionals because we understand success is built on quality and reliability. For the do-it-yourselfers seeking quality tools and materials to bring their out-of-the-box ideas to life, our paint department offers a kaleidoscope of hues to those looking to express their unique style. And for those seeking the perfect touch of elegance for their homes, we offer a curated collection of household fixtures and furnishings that caters to every taste. But what sets Brothers Habet apart is our exceptional customer service. Our employees go above and beyond to ensure that every customer's needs are met. We're here to see you through your building journey. Visit Brothers Habet and get started today, or call or WhatsApp us for a quote. See you soon!
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marion Alley, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 police teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 believes on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because news is now everywhere, all the time, and so are we.
Welcome back. We are having the final conversation for the morning, and it's all about the William Dawson basketball finals. We've been following it on our Sports Monday features, so we definitely know that this has been a game that has definitely drawn a crowd as well. But we have here with us Douglas Hyde, and he is the organizer of the William Dawson basketball finals, as well as Shamar Ramos, and he is a coach for the Port Loyola Titans. But we also have two players here with us. That's Joseph Sutherland and Gabriel Taylor. Good morning, guys, and welcome.
Good morning.
Now, before we even get into the finals, Douglas, let's get a recap of what has been taking place so far for persons that did not check in on the Sports Monday feature.
Hi, morning, and let me say firstly thanks to Channel 5, Open Your Eyes, for always giving us this love. But I also want to say a big thank you to George and to Paul, who have been consistently supporting us over the last 6 months. Again, let me start with the history. We started off in 2016. Again, Commissioner of Police, Mr. Chester Williams, took over Belize District, and he wanted to do something different with the different communities, looking at alternative to crime and violence, working with the guys from the different community. I could never forget, he sat down with Mr. Kakamo, who was the officer in charge of community policing back then, and myself, and said, come up with an idea of how we can utilize sports to work with these guys. And immediately, based on my experience of playing basketball in my days, I said, I don't know not much about football, but I know the basketball. And we already started to do some discussion and interviews and stuff with these guys back then. And so we met with them and we started talk, and we got 8 teams to start in 2016. So 2016 and 2017, we had the guys from Baca Lake who won the championships back then. And we had 8 teams. And in 2018, we had 10 teams. The Port Loyola, at that time, the Southside Warriors won 2018. And 2019, we had 10 teams. And the Unruly Boys won that. We went through COVID 2020, 2021. And I remember in 2022, early, there was a lot of shooting and a lot of violence in the city. And again, the whole LIU was birthed, the Leadership Intervention Unit, along with the multi-sectoral approach. And Commissioner introduced this idea again in terms of what we can do with the communities. Everybody grabbed onto it, everybody supported it. And I was introduced to the group, and Mr. William Dawson at that time was the person who fully supported it, being the chairman at that time of the LIU. And I remember we jumped on board quickly. Let's strategize. We moved from 14 teams in 2019, and now last year we were at 24. The Hard Rock Boys won that championship. And then this year, we actually moved to 24 teams, which really doubled, or from 14 to 24 itself was really a tough decision. But man, 6 months has been a real rough journey. I could tell you, working with 24 teams every Saturday, and Paul could tell you that we've never stopped. You know, we started in first week in May, and we've never stopped, whether or not it rain or shine. We make up the time, and even in September, when we usually would take a break for the September celebrations, I made sure that we played every weekend still. We started off with 24 teams, 288 players. We played over 275 games. We have a total of 5 villages, which is Hattieville, Sandhill, Rockville, Barrelboom, and Mahogany Heights, and 19 Belize City teams. And these teams come from all over the Belize City. Of the 288 young men who were ages from age 16 to, I think Papa Roots about 52, 53.
57.
Yeah, the oldest guy. Of that, we lost one. And he was part of the Port Loyola team. We had minimal incidents on the court and off the court, and that's something we're proud of. Over the past months, the reports have shown that this tournament have impacted a lot in the communities and in the streets when it comes to the whole area of crime and violence. So the objective of it have really made a serious impact. We have made strong emphasis on the players to say if they do their best to keep the calm, we will do the best to continue this tournament. And so they have proven it over these past 6 months, and we are doing our best to make sure that we fulfill what we've promised them. I mean, we have seen the development and growth of these players and their teams. Every weekend we see a dedication of these guys, consistency, to make sure that they are there on time, and likewise to play ball against each other. So I'm very proud of the moment. Yes, it's the finals. Yes, we're coming to the end, and I'm excited of that. But
It's
I'm
bittersweet,
also,
huh?
yeah, it's that moment where you like, man, so all right, we're here, but already,
Yeah.
you know.
I think it's perhaps the longest basketball season in any country.
The longest and the biggest.
And perhaps
the
the biggest.
Got 24 teams, yes.
Right. I want to go over to Mr. Sutherland for a bit. Your team, you're defending your 2022 title, and I know you have an uphill battle. I've seen the Titans play, and they're a good team. And in front of us, we have the first place and the second place trophy. And if you're hearing these guys across the table talking, they're trying to figure out who'll take home the second place and who'll take home the first place. Well, what has the experience been like for you and the guys on your team this season, and how have you seen this tournament impact the guys on your team in terms of a personal impact and the discipline that they've had to have week after week after week?
Well, it brought us together because sometimes some games we only have 5 players, right? But we still have to get the job done, right? So even though we have 5 players, we still manage to get the win, right? So it brings us together, we talk, we enjoy ourselves, and then we go home safe and enjoy the rest of the day, right?
Why is it that, in your opinion, sports helps to have an impact on violence in terms of decreasing violence?
Because when you play sports, you're together on the field, right? On the basketball court. If you wasn't there, maybe you was at home doing your own stuff, get involved in criminal activities. But the sports take you away from that, right? Take your mind, your soul, your body away from all the violence and
all the negativity.
Yes, all the negativity.
And your team comes, or at least represents, a community that's riddled with violence, or at least has a reputation for violence and gang warfare and stuff like that. But when it comes to not only your community, the community represent, but also the other areas in Belize City, we see where on the court that sometimes clashing factors or warring factors or rivaling factors or areas are on the court playing ball together. What is that like for you?
Well, it's a good experience, right? Because we're not fighting, we're competing against each other.
Yeah.
No, and we're not disrespecting each other, and we're together having fun.
But how do you switch off that? How do you switch off that? Our era might have
We're not
beef
enemies.
with you guys, but I will switch that off right now. How do you do that to say that this is about competition, a basketball game?
Well, because we're here together, right? So leave that in the streets. Now it's time to play ball.
Yeah, I like that. And over to Mr. Taylor, a similar question to you, my brother. I just want to start with that last question that I asked Mr. Sutherland. But just for your teammates, again, Port Loyola Titans, we've seen where gang warfare and violence has affected the community, lives lost. We talked about one individual from the team who was gunned down, lost his life to gun violence. How do you guys and your teammates go about switching off that to say, yes, our communities may be rivaling off the court, but we bring the rivalry to the court and try to have clean, fun games?
Right. So on that matter, I've been playing basketball since maybe 2008, and I've never played in a tournament where you play 23 games. So this is a first for me with, you know, the amount of games, and then I've never lost a teammate to whatever, not even moving, not even to gun violence. This is all a first for us. But I mean, a lot of us have been playing the sport for a while, so we kind of use that to champion, you know, that mindset for everybody else. A lot of us are a little bit more senior in the game. We have a couple other players, John Kelly, we have Antonio Flowers, we have Tevan Lennon, a couple of guys that have been playing ball for a while. So we kind of champion the team behind us, and we just lead in form of, you know, doing it ourselves, you know, leading by example.
Shamar, as the coach of the Titans, the Port Loyola Titans, have you observed any emotional changes among these players during this tournament?
Yeah, most definitely, because we have some players that won't even, like, literally won't even dare wrong other players, like, on the team. So, but I noticed, like once we are at the Kings Park Port, like, when we all are there, like, everyone just free up and talk, and that's nice to me, if you ask me, because like what I notice this tournament brings, and what I realize out of everything, that like the beefing to me, that like, not because we the fire, so that's mean we the beef with you. There's so like certain guys just not the beef with certain guys. And that the way I noticed, like it just easier, like during via like the sport, like that just make it easier for everybody just come together and just vibes and talk, and that was a whole different feeling that correct.
I was going to ask how has this tournament helped to sort of cement some relationships that otherwise wouldn't have been possible?
It bridged a whole bunch of relationships. We met a whole bunch of new people for the first time. We met a bunch of people for the second time. We've seen them around, and now we had that interface, you know, face-to-face communication. So it bridged a lot of gaps. It did exactly what the tournament was set out to do.
Yeah, I mean, I am inspired.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by the outcome of this tournament. I mean, I'm at the games, right? And just on the side, hearing people that may not fully have an understanding say, you know, that group, that the beef with that group, look how that group they just show up, then got beef with that next group. But then when you see them on the court, it's like, all right, what the beef there? The only beef I say that the one then they try to sizzle out on the court. They try to say who will win. And what I've also witnessed as the tournament progressed is that a lot of these young men have learned to control their emotions. So sometimes at the start of the tournament, this one will get vexed easy, I want to walk off. But as the tournament progressed, you see more and more where calls are being accepted. Of course, not every time you feel like the ref is calling fairly, but you see more calls being accepted, more cooler heads prevailing, and that's one of the good things about this. Now we could talk about it all day, but the tournament, the final, well, okay, go ahead.
I really want to add to Paul, not to take away
go ahead.
Anything, but the life skill sessions of the tournament.
Okay.
Is very important, and these guys could tell you I had to emphasize on teams. And the Department of Youth Services, the youth officers and coordinators, we call them facilitators of the life skill sessions. These guys had to participate in life skill sessions either before or after the games.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about the responses of these players, it was based on these sessions they carried through before the games and after games. Whether it be conflict resolution, whether it be anger management, whether it be sportsmanship, or any topic related to sports or off the court. We had deep discussions, not just as a team, but teams. So the facilitators will bring 2 or 3 teams together. Those has a deep impact on the teams and on the guys. When you spoke about rivalry, man, almost all these eras have a rivalry with each other. What we've done, and these guys could attest, I made deep phone calls to some of them and make some deep discussion. And I have to also give kudos to the behavior modification and conflict management services. That's ASP O'Brien, who worked as formerly CYDP. These are the persons and police officers who go into these different communities and work closely with these guys. So what we see out on the court is a lot of deep work that goes in before the game time. So when the guys go up on the court, they realize 2 things. We there to play ball, we know they have to beef and fight. Secondly, as you saw, we have no less than 25 police officers working. So there's a team that works around the court, there's a team that works outside the court. So if there's any intention, if there's any situation, we have not just the police officers in uniforms working, but police officers out of uniform to make sure that we address any issue immediately. And I must say thanks to our operational teams, our community policing officers, SB, MIT, GI3, and of course the SPU units, who really help us in making sure that every weekend is safe. Our OCD and Deputy OCD, the commanders of the different precincts. See, all of these are hands that were placed on the table to make sure that we had a successful 24, 25 weeks. I can't take all the credit by saying that, yes, because I made sure that we strategized and structured as best as I can a tournament, that I should take all the credit. I have to give credit to all those persons who made sure that the safety and security was there, but also when it comes to the life skills sessions, and very important, you mentioned the referees. Man, everybody knows that even the NBA referees are not perfect. But I must give kudos, and you saw last weekend one of the most main conferences. Happened, and my referees immediately jumped on that situation, and I had to support it, but also had the evidence to show that, we made the right choice. So yes, we have missed some calls, and yes, sometimes the games get so physical that we allow it, because at the beginning of the game, basketball is a physical sport. But we also try to control, and you saw sometimes I pull up the teams together at the middle of the court and talk to them. That when they go too far, let's relax, with the play ball, let's calm down tensions and let's proceed. If not, then we deal with it differently. And I've seen how guys respond. I'm happy that these 200 and odd players have shown respect, humility, humbleness, and understanding to what we are doing.
For those who may not be aware, that controversial, that crucial call was the game between Port Loyola Titans and Unruly Boys. The game was tied at 70 apiece with 2 seconds left, and a shot was thrown up, and the player made the shot. And then the question was whether or not he made the shot before the buzzer went off. And I mean, they already celebrated the win. They were celebrating the win, and a quick review of the tape showed that it wasn't before the buzzer. And then on our Sports Monday, we actually did the whole slow motion take and all of that, and the song effect, and it did in fact show that it did not go off before the buzzer. But even after the buzzer, but even that situation, some would say that could lead to chaos on the court. That could lead to fighting and all kind of violence. But we saw where the referees took control. You stepped in, you took control, and when the call was made, the game went on. The players got back on the court and they continued to play. But if this weekend's finals is to be anything like that game, then viewers and fans are in for a treat. And I would imagine that it may just be something like that. Mr. Sutherland?
Will Paul, remember it's a clash of champions.
It is.
Because, again, the defending champs at 2022, Port won in 2018. So both of them have experience of championship. They're going to try to repeat themselves while they're trying to break that trend for them.
There you go.
And then we saw again, I don't want to miss this again. We have talented, skilled basketball players in our country. I'm grateful that, again, our Ministry of Home Affairs, the LIU and the police department, who have joined together in making sure that we create this opportunity. Now we're talking 200 and plus young men. A new site, these guys have mad abilities and skills. It is these tournaments and others that give them the opportunity to display their talent, bypassing that they have issues in their communities. Some of these things are deeper than that, what we are doing, but they get the chance to play ball. Some of them guys will tell you, all I want to do is play ball. If I get a chance to play ball, I want to play ball. Just create the opportunity. So I don't want to miss that part of saying thanks to them because they came and show us. No, coming Sunday, there's no if or maybe. All bets are on the table. All talent and skills is coming out because I have seen it and I know these two teams now hold back. You know, you saw the ending of Port game. How them guys going to go on really bad on the court in terms of dunking and skill playing. We've seen also unruly ability of playing like a champion team and not just like an amateur game. They're playing at elite level. You know, crucially, we don't have much elite players playing in our tournament. So again, we could boast this because these guys now are stepping to our next level.
Now, I have my bets. I won't say where it lies right now. But Mr. Sutherland, let's start with you. Tell us what's the mindset going into the finals and what fans can expect from the defending champions.
Well, my mindset going in is get the job done, get the win. That's all that matters.
And for you guys, both of you from the same team, let's talk a bit about what fans can expect from your team.
Well, fans can expect a good show. I mean, you saw what we did with Unruly. We had a really good game down the stretch.
Well,
let's mimic that again because I know second place would look good for Hard Rock.
All right.
Coach?
Yeah, we're just going in strong.
Yeah.
We're going in 100 fan first quarter to fourth quarter. If we magnify this big trophy, so I think Hard Rock are okay if you settle for that second.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll find out at the final game. Remind us again when and where and what time.
So we are having the games at the Belize Civic Center.
Nice.
Of course, the place to be.
Of course.
We start at 1 o'clock. We start with the third place competition, which is between Unruly and Third World Ballers. And then we go into the championship game, which is again between the defending champions, Hard Rock Boys versus the Port Laola Titans. And then immediately after that, we go into the ceremony to give out the trophies, the medals, and the prizes. The prizes are first prize $4,000, second $3,000, and third $2,000. If I can also get a chance to recognize our sponsors.
Definitely.
Of course, I want to start off with the Minister of Home Affairs and New Growth, Honorable Karim Musa. Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, the LIU, and the chair lady there, thanks to their team. We got Sprite, DJ, St. George's Key Resort, National Sports Council, Rotary, Club of Belize, Social Security Board, Department of Youth Service, Snack Shop, Ministry of Youth and Sports and Transportation, Abner Moriro. We have Mr. David Zabani from Belmopon marketplace there. My good friend Raul Perente from Dolphins Production, the ILS Phoenix Foundation, Belize City Council, and Love FM. I want to say thanks to all of them for giving us support. I want to say thanks to all the teams. You know, it's 24 of them. I will tell you, Paul, already the 24 teams already commit themselves for next season, but we also have 10 new teams who already say that they want to be part. So we're at 34, which again, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but
that's our tournament.
but it, as you can see, it really made its impact. And I'm happy to be part of this process. I am happy that they've given me the opportunity to lead it. It was a season and a half, these guys could tell you. I'm happy that they buried me, because I know when I reach out there and it rained, and they said, Dougie, we don't look like this on big game. And I say, watch it. Grab the broom and let's sweep off the court. And it happened, and they with me, and we get the game played. Even when Carnival Day and somebody say, we don't come out at Carnival, we don't come out. All right, we have forms with discipline, likewise. So we don't come with us giving out the default game and stuff like that, and see what will happen now. We have structures, and I'm happy that most of the players respected that, appreciated what we've been doing for the past 6 months. And of course, all the best to the teams here. I know Fan 24, we're at the top 4 now, and we're looking to give the respect to the top 1. Again, thanks to you all. Love Channel 5 for giving me that love and that support over these past 6 months. You know, Paul, you and George, who been to all the villages that we play at Sand Hill, at Boom, at Hattieville. You know, you covered some good moments, and again, thanks, because you guys on Sports News really highlighted these guys and this tournament, which went viral. You know, that super call, that slow down. I mean, no effort, maybe that went super out in the world itself.
Well, it's a pleasure, man.
So thanks to you all.
No problem. It's a pleasure. We're looking forward to the final game on Sunday. More than likely, well, definitely we'll be there to cover.
We're looking to try our best to Park Civic.
It's
free entrance again. Free entrance, and so it's Port bringing out their crowd, Hard Rock bringing out their crowd, but also we invited all the rest of the teams to be part of it too, to support. And I have some surprise for some of them who really, again, displayed discipline and control over the past 6 months. So I'm recognizing some of the teams for that, and also recognizing the MVP, the top scorer, and these different highlight persons, which again means a lot. The youngest team, which was the ballers, these young boys, none of them over the age of 18 basically, have to recognize them for being part of this. We had a business place who participated for the first time, Protel BPO. Just wanted to play ball and wanted to be part of this tournament. Big respect to them too.
Wonderful. Well, the show goes down inside the Belize City Civic Center this Sunday afternoon. Entrance is free. Clash of the Titans, of the champions. Sorry. You don't want to miss that one. It all goes down inside the Belize City Civic Center. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on a well-played season, and all the best going into Sunday. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, so with that, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap this show up. Stay tuned.
With the steady increase in prices, it's hard to hold on to your hard-earned cash. Well, here at Benny's, prices are steadily falling, making it easier to stretch your dollars. Prices are slashed on electrical products, LED lights, plywood, and wheelbarrows. Yes, we have the cheapest in town. And with X's massive season going on right now, get store-wide discounts on select products from now through the summer 31st. Visit a Benny's store near you today, where the prices just keep on falling. Benny's, quality and savings.
This spot is dedicated to the parents who haven't slept for 5 nights. Inhale and exhale. Because in between chaos and peace, there is Nutribomb Infant Cereal, enriched with all the nutrients your baby needs for healthy growth, making your baby's first food of choice a moment of happiness for him and calmness for you. Nutribomb Infant Cereal, moments that nourish. Find all 6 flavors at the best price in a supermarket near you.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
My Social Security. Your direct online access to all your Social Security information. 360 view of all your Social Security information. Registration services, benefits, contributions, and employer services at your fingertips. Enjoy all the new features with your My Social Security account. Register with SSB. Submission of benefit claims. Submission of contribution statements. View contribution record. Enjoy all your My Social Security feature at ssbportal.org.bz. Social Security at your fingertips.
Welcome back, and thanks for sticking with us on this beautiful Thursday morning. Paul, we had 3 great conversations. I thoroughly enjoyed each and every one of them. Of course, starting things off with the IYF group that came here to talk about the work that they're doing. We're looking forward to seeing what will take place at their K-Fest this Saturday at the St. John's Cathedral. So if you are looking for a little bit of culture exchange, definitely stop by over there. They do request that you register online, but they also accept walk-ins.
Yeah.
And in our second segment, it was all about small business. We had All That Glitter, and she was there to talk to us about stones and the significance of some of these gems and how they can really be intentional for you if you have goals that you're trying to set. So she creates jewelry out of stones, but beside just being beautiful, they have actual meaning behind them. And lastly, it's the William Dawson Sprite Digi tournament, the finals, that is, and it takes place at the Belize City Civic Center this Sunday. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. And if you're not able to meet the date, we know for sure that Paul will be covering it for Sports Monday. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have any questions or concerns or even a birthday shout out, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com. You can also catch us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ, as well as Instagram at OYE Belize. Thanks so much for joining us, and please join us again tomorrow as you open your eyes.
And start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
And your hearts.
have a great Thursday.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.